Hello, boys and girls. It's me, Koyoshi, here with my blind playthrough, or rather 100% playthrough, of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch. And just so you know, when I mean 100%, I mean 100% of everything. Which so far has been a lot. In the last video, we left off doing Zant's challenge mode. What else can I say? We've arrived at the survival battles, which means it's time for the good old secret trick again, and that is the anti-boss formula trick. Not gonna lie, since finding out about this has been kind of broken. We still have so much of it to use anyways, and with no materials using, we probably won't run out until close to the end, and we at least constantly get a little bit of fuel. It's not enough to infinitely refuel it, but because we have so much, may as well burn it while we still can. For some of the easier characters, I may have to do it without it, or just farm a lot more battles instead. So it might be a good idea to start slashing these troops or anybody who looks like that will help out a lot. Taking out. You mostly get bronze and stuff, both from defeating regular enemies, but also from cantons. Lily used the circle so I wouldn't get it. Still playing to try and not as such if I can help it. I forgot to do this right away, oh that's fine. Now we can do it here instead. Part of what makes Zant's character somewhat messy to play is that a lot of his animations don't always interrupt the enemies, and he stands still for quite a lot of times to use them except a couple. So it leaves him very open to damage, so he'll probably be one of the riskier characters to use in this build, but as long as we're using anti-boss formula, it should be mostly fine already. What are we doing? We need to pick out these guys first. We also need to be using what I'm doing. Alright. Let's beat these guys down so we can get their mats again. The most common mats you want to use the most of are jumped by the very weak mats in the Goobas. And barely took him on time. Anti-boss formula, that almost takes him out outright, but he has too much defense, so that cannot work, unfortunately. Since it's going kind of right to me, I kind of don't have much of a choice here. Dartania must be okay next. Go fast again. One of them. Oh my gosh, they're both. Stop using your invincible loser in here. I'm just trying too fast. That would look so much cooler if they didn't keep on making themselves invulnerable after the time. There we go. Finally gone. A waste of just take really very. Oh wow, man, that was surprisingly fast at getting out. See, I thought that strat worked on mana, but I guess not necessarily. So then I might have to use that time as well. Okay, well, we reached our 1600 shoots, which should be more than enough to get the A rank. Now we just have to tail this thing fast. And yeah, just as I expected. Yeah, giant bosses in the dark form don't really last on against that. There's just so many hits you do with them that they will not last long at all as long as we get stuff done. Of course, it still might be risky to deal with them. So, anyways, while I watch this victory animation, I think we'll probably have to use Focus Magic a bit to get some of the later parts. Just to grant ourselves invincibility when we're getting knocked back so we can keep attacking, because a lot of Zant's attacks can be interrupted by that. In Sanjit, they cannot be interrupted. Alright. Getting some more materials back now. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Surprisingly, this is actually pretty close to the end, which is nice. It's a very long time to do otherwise. Not gonna lie, anybody who's forgotten to use anti-boss formula, I do not blame you on this battle. Because this is so long, you wouldn't know until later that, oh wow, actually there's quite a few giant bosses. Maybe I should use anti-boss formula against them. Could not figure out where my right button for the magic fountain was there, so that. Finzel, thanks to the best of us. Honestly, don't know what is faster, using medic or just inning to winning. If I seem to win at least one of them, that's probably faster because we can use our magic against them instead. Oh, that's the worst animation that could happen. As you might have guessed, it's random whether or not they talk after defeating Captain. Having them talk after defeating the last Captain is the worst possible RNG up because that means you have to wait for that test house to clear out before it'll let you go to the next wave. Okay, we defeated 5 enemies at least a decent time. I didn't even see who was in that. think it was either Manhunter, and no, I think it's actually the prison. It's even tankier. Dudes. This is kind of weird though, and we can't really special to attacks either. We have to just kind of attack him. Hope for the best. Why is that enemy not disappearing? That made no sense. This is basically like not bound, but not fully bad. That was really. I've never seen that happen before. Usually they disappear immediately. So that was weird. Perfect timing. I think I just barely missed the attack, you know, but unlike the others, Imprisoned at least is easy enough to just retreat once. If they'll actually deload them. Hey, that was a long time to deload. As you know, you want to deload him by walking away, but because he's so late, it takes a longer time to deload than ours. But yeah, you can just do this and knock him down again. I was just a little bit away, so I could have used a central to maybe make that work. Hopefully we won't have to be fighting the Imprisoned too much more as this character. Be fine. Again, we have to use magic. The fact that we're probably not going to get much otherwise. Yeah, I think his poke combo is almost equivalent to taking out most enemies. As much as doing just the spin to win animation and stuff. I don't like this guy, but Lily right from me. And he would get attacked too. Instead he got right from me. That's the most annoying thing that can happen. That should take us there and then enough. Starting over the 1600 troop camp there. Is good. Forget it. It's either here or later that enemies appear here. I think it's not a bad idea that they did that right away. We can go over here and defeat there and this other dude first. Run away, then take up. This is later. Oh, jeez. That's it. They're gonna shoot on me all the time. They're no different. I know there's two kinds of those, by the way. Dark Gyarados and Undeads, but I still call them it's because it's easier, and I think just based off of our setup, you know, we should take out our drop first, just because he's more annoying. And he's also one of the we can actually extreme crush down. The others we cannot. Anyways, Ardex kind of hard to hit, but that's mostly because he's a really tiny hitbox. Now this is the guy for sure we want to use specials on. That's so bad we may have to sometimes do it multiple times. Okay, well thankfully it didn't matter there. I like how now the attack did what I wanted to do. Okay. just briefly, so he wouldn't nail us. But other than that, we made that work just fine. I think they're like here, right? Yeah, not surprising at all. We're gonna go straight for this Goma first. Right, so I think Goma almost missed it the last time. What I meant by that, I meant by I barely did not. Now we get to face the license of all. Dark Argot. For several reasons, obviously. One, attack is super annoying, and two, Goma, well, like Manandor, Ardra has a super annoying attack that's almost just as annoying as the other ones. And then he'll just constantly use his favorite tap, and when he actually does it, if you're not ready for it, he'll just do a ton of damage to you. On top of that, because he's flying, he has the worst hitbox of all, making it really hard to actually hit him. So for dark enemies, Dark Ardra is by far the most difficult. Not even close. As you might have guessed, I used a special just because I knew I was going to take a lot of damage otherwise. A lot of this battle series is going to be mostly using safety specials. Like, for our specials, we're mostly going to be using them as a safety net to ensure that we actually survive. So it'll be kind of hard to do so. These are the battles in particular, by the way, that will take a really long time without Sugar Drop. The only reason they didn't take quite as long compared to Lana's is because Lana is just so broken already. She doesn't really need anti-boss for her, honestly, to destroy these bosses. But it does make it a lot faster if you do want to use that for some reason. For the others, though, they can get on the right level as well, so as long as they have anti-boss formula. Other than that, though, not much else to say. Wonder if there's a way you can check your status. Like, I wonder if Warrior Info actually tells you. No, it just checks badges and whatnot. Alright. So, it doesn't give us any info. I wish there was an extra one where, for people that forget stuff like me, it would tell you, oh, this is what you're using as the apothecary buff before the battle. It'd be nice, you know? Alright. Let's do this. Now we're getting to the higher levels, but it's probably easier to just wait. Alright, enemies to attack, and hopefully they do something that we can weak points at right away. Hey, he's not doing what I want him to do. It's probably easier to just attack him. do something very interesting here. We're gonna make our own copy of Zant be defeated, but then after the second one, we're gonna actually use magic to hopefully just outright take out the second one. Which it did work, perfect. Alright, and now we can just deal by just AoEing. Actually, let's try this. Okay, that somewhat works, but not quite as well as the other strat. Okay, good. We took that out pretty fast. Alright. Extreme Crush, manhandle it, and get this over it. Not gonna lie, before I found the Cine move, it was so much harder to deal with the enemies. I think this is actually enough now that I've noticed that if you attack them just right, you can make it so that you spawn the attacking arm for Zant and his face or whatever right inside of the boss. It's just really broken because assuming it works, every single orb that he uses will automatically hit him multiple times often as well. Alright. Spell lasts just only a little bit longer with that. I can use one magic fountain per wave if I need to. Now he's doing something wrong. Expected. Right into there. Not even thinking my advice at all. Not knowing that he's gonna get sacked by this. Now let's do this. I don't know why I'm not just doing this instead. Because if we can get that done pretty fast, that would work better. Took out his health compared to what we did last time. Now there's a lot of magic to take them out with. It's because I want to save it to attack these guys instead. There. You know what? Yeah, with the boss strat, there you should probably tee up just using this. That makes more sense. Especially since, depending on when we attack them, we might be able to hit multiple of them at once with the same attack. Of course, it's still nice to do this when they try to counter. Alright, that should be 2 more bosses now. They're both dark as well. Oh, no wait, our dark is not dark. Alright, let's take him out first. So again, our Dark, we have to just use our specials on him. We'll just get Firewise. Okay, that worked. Now, gotta remember, use this against these guys. Take them out a lot faster. Oh! Alright, that was an accidental special, by the way. Did not mean to do that at all. That'll happen sometimes. So he's accidentally pressed the special button. So close to the end, and since I'm used to using A button on other games, it's kind of weird when that's only your special button on this game. It's a little weird. It's even weirder when using the real mode. I remember when I tried using the real mode again, I struggled to attack until I figured out that it's kind of dumb. For no reason or another, they make you use the motion to basically attack the enemy. That's a lot of effort. Makes it almost impossible to set up any combos because that means that you have to swing constantly if you want to attack, and that probably gets tiring after a while. Once I learned about that, I figured it's much easier to just do the Wii remote. So, what am I doing? not want to do that. I want to do was this. Keeps going into the air. Yeah, it took so long. The allied troop nearly fled the battlefield there. Actually almost done with Magic, so we want to try and maybe get the stun fast. Switch to attack the other one because it happens to the air immediately. When they're flying, it's actually kind of annoying to deal with them, as they're literally invulnerable attacks. They just avoid them instead. Not really do that. Surprisingly, we're not taking nearly as much damage as I expected. That's a special out of that. And yeah, once I saw maybe doing this against them is better. Hey, we actually did fall out. Remember that now. Oh, we got the animation skip. We didn't even see them here at all. How come we already have so many troops by the way? Why would it be much harder than this? Okay, well, our duck's right in my face again, so it looks like we found first. Even just using my normal special, I cannot hit him. Okay, so for Dark Card Draw, it's probably easier to just basic attack him. The normal strategies simply do not work against him. He's just way too funky and also... Okay, that looks a lot better now. Now I need to go over and make sure we take out that Delicifos on the side over here. Should only have to use the magic again. It's not in the magic brains, although here it's probably not really worth it. They are moving pretty fast anyway. It's better to just take them out right now, here and then. Better to take them out here and then. Okay. Alright, Kumo on the other hand is very weak to this kind of stuff. Goodness, I almost before he even did another attack. If he had not run, I probably could have kept attacking there. Fortunately, when the dark enemy doesn't see you, because cannot interrupt them. They kind of have their mind of their own sometimes. Alright, let's do this. Oh, great. Already Ganon is going up into the air. I think this attack is actually better when they do that. So ideally, you never want to see Ganon into the air like this. Where it does happen, it's so annoying. This takes a lot longer to defeat them. Each one of these combos is already enough to take out any prison. Alright, for the second combo, I've decided I'm going to use my focus magic to make it go slightly faster. And prevent my attacks from getting interrupted. It actually speeds up the animations too, and I believe if you do it, Zant cannot fall out of attacks anymore, so that's a good reason to do it. Magic so that we do not run out of it during the animation, or else that would be bad. There we go. Made it through. I will say these battles are quite longer than normal, but basically because of tedious they can be otherwise. I'll say that much. I think it's mainly because, yeah, they're higher level and they're a lot harder than the normal Sprawl battles, although I say Ganons and Cuccos are still harder just because they are very easy to just die with. They're both glass cannons, effectively, is what I'm trying to effectively say. Alright, one more anti-boss we're ready to use, and we should be fine. Once we start running out of these, we might have to start up using it again. Might be worth it to honestly go for the first old battle without even using it, and just use it for certain fights instead. Because it saves more time in here than it saves in any other part of the game. Be worth it to just save them that, especially if we're gonna get used to it. Until we get close to the land, like once we get to the last character, we'll know where we're at. But for now, it's still a good idea to keep using them. We do also have a lot of other items we can collect from enemies too. Oh, really? I did all of that animation. He still isn't dying. It's like invincible. Hey, while I take you out to stop that from happening. Alright, this is the fight where we want to use more magic on, of course. And it's also the fight where we get to see the worst enemy type in the whole game that we did. I keep knocking them out of my special animation. How fast it is. If you're just gonna stand there and not recognize me, that's, I guess, one easy way to defeat him. I think he pretty much gave me a freebie there. He didn't want to hurt. Got tired of hurting me and decided to just stand there like a statue and do literally nothing. It's actually kind of creepy when you think it's a regen that did that, though, because that's usually how they start out in the game before they suddenly start moving. Okay, now I'm probably just muted someone's life because of that. Dear me, what will I do now? Probably not have said that. Alright, yeah, let's just take out this Goma and move on. Okay, so Goma can be defeated with the special attack set. Where the thing you're using this, we need to use special to make the tank. Otherwise, it will not work properly. There we go. Let's actually do this right away. To get the special up. I didn't really care if I tipped down there. Just trying to save enough hearts to get to them. We do not need to necessarily avoid taking damage entirely, but it would be a nice thing to do. I'll say some of their range is insane on some of their attacks. That's what makes the Redead so annoying, is they'll always instantly and almost immediately. It's probably worth it to do that. Hey, it got stuck properly this time, so he actually took full damage. saw that attack happening. Because Zant has one attack animations, it's really hard to get out of. So we have to just use Essential. True. Now we get to deal with 3 of them at once here. I really like the bait strategy I did before. What's funny though is because of them focusing so much on mobilizing, half of the time they don't even attack you. When they do damage, it's very easy and really segmented to avoid. It's more to mobilize that's the important part of the combo. In case you haven't noticed, yes, I am using the door strategy again. By just staying in this one spot over here, it kind of forces the enemies to group up. And it makes it so they cannot get away as easily, so we can basically hit them with group attacks more easily. There we go. Gonna go here first. Take out this transport captain and the valley captain first, to be actually saying. And then take out hijack raid stands. Took him out simply because he's kind of annoying and doesn't really allow me to do anything. Attack him normally. Okay, I turned around just so we can take out this phosphorus. Of course, because this is the later level, they all take more damage to be defeated, but they're still pretty quickly otherwise. Right. Use this magic again. This superpowers again. That's the call. Oh yes, fairy magic. That's right. Just see what I mean? They're the most cheap enemy in the game, I tell you. There's no other enemy like that literally, whenever you do attack, they just randomly have a chance to just instantly get up and immediately attack again. That's what makes them so unfair. That's why we need specials to take them out. Okay, we need to at least hit something here. And their range is really good too. I'm just gonna unfortunately. And that's another thing. If there are other enemies nearby, and once you hit by them once, there's a good chance you're getting it for free no matter what. And their super attack also hits you for free, since one of their shits will always do damage. Gosh, again. Like I said, it's so stupid. That's what makes it so annoying to deal with. It's probably better to just keep making a repoint in one section. There we go. Got rid of them finally. Since this magic statue is right here, we should take it out first before anything else. not gonna do box strats on me today, Lana. Somehow dealt me damage. So somehow they used that sight me doing multiple things to stop that from happening. Oh wait, yeah. I think it was a different boss I fought that got up. Yeah, I think it was Manhandle that got up there. Manhandle, I have to do the secret for, not in the zoo or compared to. So yeah, we can take much easier using that. Let's just take this one. Maybe the next hour here I'll try to grab for the very last part of the battle, like when it's just about to end. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if the developers got crazy with how much moves they wanted and instead just said, oh, let's make them just get 60 bells, at which point it's almost impossible to miss the A rank then. So annoying because this attack that you see they do right now is by far the best way to take out captains, but when you're trying to attack, both have an attack that can easily interrupt. It's what strat do you really do anymore? Pretty much are just forced to attack, do something different. Okay, I'm just gonna do it, but do it from a distance. So they can maybe into it. Get an attack them afterwards. And we're already getting to the point where it's taking so long to defeat them that it made it so they ended up getting the next wave spawned in immediately. Okay, well, against these guys, it's probably easier to just stuff. Yeah, it'd be nice if we stop cheating with your ranged attacks, you know. That's what makes them so annoying. We can't even skip half their attacks because they keep using ranged instead of doing other stuff. It would be easier to just special them, honestly. Let's take it. There's one of the two. I don't care, I have to take damage, man. It's better. I'm gonna at least avoid the other attack than also get hit by that as well. Yeah, okay, so Zant's pretty slow at killing these enemies if we keep having to let these three appear. Because this only appears if you're taking too long, which means Zant takes too long to defeat that particular train enemy. No, I have the attack animation, so of course the play I got the normal way. Thankfully I have a trick called Extreme Crush, which we can use right away, and it's very good that we're using it on our Arjok, because Arjok has a cheap attack he can do as well, or he just straight up dodges your attack altogether. Not just a cheap attack, it's like he knows when to dodge your attacks. Alright. I'm gonna actually use this once. I don't know how much behind. I ate enough for 4,000. Still goes somewhat fast here. Okay, we got him down pretty quickly. Now you have to quickly take out the other enemy. I forget what it is. It's just a... Alright. And just now... No, it's not really that... No. now we go over here? Yeah, that's right. Now we go over here. Alright, this time we're gonna be smarter about this. Basically attack them quickly instead. Waiting. Oh, we can interrupt that attack for some reason, but not the second one. And just so you know, if you're thinking about using boomerang strats, guys, remember, boomerang strats don't work against those captains. It only was really useful for very specific stuns. Very specific stuns in particular. Alright, well, we just kind of flew right out of there. How did I still use damage from that bow here? I think, honestly, being ready to use the bow, that's probably the best way to counteract that. The easiest way possible. Okay, alright, this is the last way. Let's use this. Do this. It should hopefully not cost them. Oh, it almost didn't. I don't even know where Sia ended up. She's just kind of chilling up on the side. Just now, she's finally trying to do something. Maybe that was Sia mostly. They don't even reveal their weak point for half of the time. It feels like they should. Sand chip. Okay. Oh, and not the time to get that. These animations over here also waste time, in case you haven't noticed. Yeah, I was just about to say, it'd be nice if we actually got to do stuff now. Alright. Oh. Great. It's a Dark Art Jock and other enemies together. I think we want to pretty much defeat everything but Jock, but Dark Art Jock as we are going around this. Heck, it'll probably be easier to just attack, use specials to knock the other guys at bay. If I use but focus on Ardrock instead, just because he's so annoying. So tedious to deal with normally that it's probably better to just focus on him first. He's not attacking us constantly, and then we can go for Sia after that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know what happened, but Sia just got a bunch of attacks off and just now did a lot of damage. That's why I said Zant is so aggressive, and I was right. Great, we took a lot of damage for no reason, but we still need to finish off the battle. And we still need to get more, just in case. Okay, I'm not taking more damage than I need to. I'll just attack you normally now. Thank you. Yeah. How nice of you to stand still. I wish you could have done that earlier. Okay, well now this rally captain has nothing to rally, so that's fine. Let's just use this once. We'll use magic on the last wave, I guess. Alright. Perfect. Alright, when the wave fades out, I will now grab this health ball. That was the perfect time to get it too, because we were really almost out of health. That was the lowest health we've been, like, in the whole area. I'll say that much. That was way more dangerous than it needed to be. Alright, Ganon. Can you actually do something better for a change? Thank you. It's actually one of the better attacks he could do. So when he does that, he doesn't run into the air and avoid my attacks. I think he could still do his attack even when he's down. That's what makes him so strong. Took him out already, and yet he can still cheat and do that. He doesn't care. He just attacks like that. Okay, well we still took him out right away, and because our prison was right by us, let's just interrupt this midway through so we can finish him off with magic. Why not? Just want to look cool there. Oh, we still have magic. Oh, I didn't even notice that we did that. Okay, well, there we go. Well, the game made up for it by giving us a fast victory animation. Alright. So, unfortunately, no matter what we do with our stat is at least a little lower compared to most characters. So he's not the best character by any means, but he has his own unique value that you can at least keep up with the other characters. It's just, the other characters just have better things to do better damage, and he's really risky, as you saw. We took a lot of damage. Our characters have ways to stop this, but this... But if you thought he was awkward enough, yeah, guess what we have to, who we have to do next? This character. Bye. Think ignoring the other segment and also ignoring the fact that Igfa at least does regular damage, I think most people consider Fi to be by far the worst character. She has almost no good attacks. She does no damage, and in case you haven't noticed, yeah, we don't have hasty attacks yet. I was trying to grind that earlier and I just simply could not get it on her. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. So yeah, now we finished Zant's challenge mode. We get to do Fi's challenge mode, which will probably be the worst challenge mode yet, because it does not have any really good levels, at least ones that are spammable. And the only good she has is also makes her stand still anyway, so it's not really good. So she's gonna be annoying to deal with, but yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video where I guess we enter that challenge mode. Until then, see you guys later. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.